Greetings, Dallas Mavericks fans. Today I bring you 3 incredible pieces of news about our team. Stay tuned until the end of the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share your opinions in the comments. Let's get started with the first news. Nico Harrison's make-or-break season. Can the Mavericks survive their front office disaster? Dallas faces mounting pressure after controversial trades leave franchise reeling. The Dallas Mavericks enter what could be the most critical season in recent franchise history, with general manager Nico Harrison facing intense scrutiny following a series of moves that have left fans furious and the organization scrambling to recover. The earthquake that shook the NBA landscape came in the form of the blockbuster Luka Doncic-Anthony Davis trade with the Los Angeles Lakers, a deal that sent shockwaves throughout the basketball world and left both fans and league executives stunned. The unprecedented swap has triggered unprecedented fan backlash, including organized boycotts and protests that have resulted in massive revenue losses for the Mavericks organization. But Harrison's controversial decision-making didn't stop there. The embattled GM also shipped promising guard Quentin Grimes to the Philadelphia 76ers in exchange for veteran wing Caleb Martin, a move that has drawn criticism given Grimes' high upside and the team's desperate need for ball handling. Grimes, who posted solid numbers last season with averages of 10.4 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 2.0 assists while shooting an impressive 37.5% from three-point range, represented exactly the type of young, versatile talent Dallas needed to maintain depth and flexibility. His departure leaves a glaring hole in the backcourt rotation. Martin, meanwhile, brings veteran experience but modest production, having averaged 7.9 points, 3.9 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game on 42% field goal shooting and 36% from beyond the arc. While the 6'5", 205-pound forward offers defensive versatility and switchability on the perimeter, his ceiling appears limited compared to the potential Harrison surrendered. The questionable timing of these moves became even more apparent when disaster struck on March 3 against the Sacramento Kings. Kyrie Irving's devastating ACL tear effectively ended Dallas' playoff hopes and highlighted just how thin the roster had become after Harrison's trade. The injury exposed the franchise's lack of depth, particularly in the backcourt, making Grimes' departure look even more problematic in hindsight. The season culminated in disappointment with a decisive 120-106 play-in tournament loss to the Memphis Grizzlies, officially ending what many consider one of the most disastrous campaigns in franchise history. Now, with a roster featuring wings like Naji Marshall, Max Christie, and promising rookie Cooper Flagg, Martin faces an uphill battle for meaningful minutes. His role appears destined for the bench, where he'll be asked to provide 10 to 15 minutes of defensive intensity against opposing wings and guard. Mavericks starting 5 gets no respect in controversial NBA rankings. Dallas fans up in arms as star-studded lineup lands at disappointing number 18 spot. The Dallas Mavericks' loaded starting 5 has been dealt a shocking blow of disrespect in the latest NBA Power Rankings, leaving fans and analysts scratching their heads over what many are calling a blatant undervaluation of talent. Bleacher Report's Grant Hughes delivered the controversial verdict, ranking the Mavericks' starting lineup at a lowly number 18 out of 30 teams, a position that has ignited fierce debate among basketball enthusiasts and Mavs faithful across Dallas-Fort Worth. The lineup in question boasts an impressive pedigree that reads like an NBA dream team: 2 top draft selections, a number 2 overall pick, and a future Hall of Famer. Yet Hughes remains unconvinced by the star power, citing concerns about chemistry and health. A healthy Kyrie Irving would likely land this group a top 10 spot, although Russell is set to man the point guard position at least until 2026 while Irving recovers from a torn ACL. Hughes explained in his analysis, highlighting the significant impact of Irving's injury on the team's immediate prospects. The evaluation becomes even more intriguing when considering rookie sensation Flagg, who Hughes acknowledges as about as pro-ready as any rookie. though he tempers expectations by noting that few first-year players contribute to winning immediately. Perhaps most telling is the limited sample size the core has played together. The three-man unit of Davis, Thompson, and Lively logged just 102 total possessions last season, producing a modest net rating of plus 1.0, numbers that clearly influenced Hughes' skeptical assessment. However, the ranking has lit a fire under Mavericks supporters who point to the undeniable talent and potential of their revamped roster. The veteran experience alone should keep Dallas competitive throughout the grueling 82-game campaign, with many expecting significant improvement as the season progresses. Hughes does see a path to success, noting that this group hits its ceiling if Russell focuses on playmaking instead of his own shot creation, Davis stays healthy, and Flagg flashes his skills on both ends of the ball. The analyst even suggested alternative lineup configurations, proposing that, putting Davis at the 5 and another wing on the floor, P.J. Washington, Najee Marshall, is probably the best starting group the Mavs could use, although it almost certainly won't happen. Third news: Blake Griffin's high praise for Cooper Flagg has Mavs Nation buzzing. Six-time All-Star calls rookie most complete player in recent memory. Dallas Mavericks fans have every reason to be thrilled about their franchise's future after hearing what NBA veteran Blake Griffin had to say about rookie sensation Cooper Flagg. The six-time All-Star didn't hold back his enthusiasm when discussing the team's prized first overall draft pick. "I think he's the most complete player that we've seen come into the NBA in recent memory," Griffin declared. "I'm not saying he doesn't have room to grow. He still has a ton of room to grow, but he passes, he shoots, he defends, he rebounds. He seems like a great teammate, seems like a great kid." The praise comes at a crucial time for the Mavericks organization, which is looking to rebuild fan confidence following the controversial trade of former superstar Luka Doncic. Flagg enters the league as one of the most hyped American prospects in years, carrying the weight of franchise expectations on his shoulders. Griffin's assessment highlights what makes Flagg such a special talent: his versatility. Cooper is able to play so many different positions, guard so many different positions, that it's exciting, Griffin noted, comparing him favorably to other young stars like Victor Wembanyama. The rookie's path to Dallas wasn't conventional. After reclassifying to join Duke a year early, Flagg dominated college basketball and impressed during his time with the USA Select Team, preparing alongside Olympic-bound players without looking out of place. With Kyrie Irving expected to miss at least the first half of the season recovering from ACL surgery, Flagg will likely see significant playing time immediately. The team's current backcourt depth includes D'Angelo Russell, who's coming off a career-low season, along with Brandon Williams and Jaden Hardy. While the organization may bring back Dante Exum, Flagg's playmaking ability from the wing position could be exactly what the Mavericks need. Summer League provided a glimpse of Flagg's potential, particularly in his standout performance against the San Antonio Spurs in his second game. The organization plans to put the ball in his hands early and often, a strategy that could pay dividends given his well-rounded skill set. For Mavs fans still processing the Doncic trade, Griffin's endorsement offers hope that their team's future remains bright with Cooper Flagg leading the charge.